Good evening, dear guests of the KIMEP Global Leadership Forum. Thank you very much for joining us at this really beautiful evening. And we would like to tell a bit more about the Global Leadership Forum. It was initiated by the president of our university, Dr. Chan Yan Beng, with the aim to enhance global leadership competences of the young professionals in Kazakhstan and beyond. The Global Leadership Forum is a platform where the global leaders are invited to talk about their exceptional leadership experience and thoughts about the world challenges and changes.
And today we're very proud to have Dr. Amparo Diaz-Llairó, who is the CEO at Global Human Capital Group, the real leader in the human capital business, to be with us. She is an associate professor at Master in Work, Organizational and Personal Psychology and the author of management books. She received an international award for her career, HR Innovator Award at the Global HR Excellence Award in 2019. Dr. Amparo also possesses over 24 years of work experience as HR Head Director and Talent Management. Let us very warm welcome Dr. Maria Amparo with the talk on new trends to find a job in a global new era with social media and new technologies. Welcome.
Well, thank you so much for this warm welcome. To me, it's a pleasure to be here, and thank you for the invitation for a prestigious university. KIMEP University is the best university in your country, and for me it's an honor to be here and to share my knowledge with all the students, all the alumni of your university. That's my big pleasure, and thank you for the invitation. We're gonna start. This is about the lecture, as you can read, the new trends to find a job in global new era with social media and new technologies, and how to prepare to progress in this industry, the new 4.0 digitalization. Okay, then we will see, for example, I want to show you one book. It's not one of my 5 books. This is a book of a professor at the university in New York. Is Lebanese. It's Nassim Nicholas Taleb. Maybe you will listen about the book, The Black Sound. The Black Sound talks about the impact of the highly improbable. That's example, COVID, what was unpredictable, and how they change the work, how they can change everything. That's why social media changes also the way how to find a job. Before you was in a job portal directly, or maybe a headhunter. Now there is hundreds of ways to find a job. Not only social media, also you can go obviously in LinkedIn, but also some recommendation, also different techniques. If you want to have a evolution, you want to see the evolution of the web, the 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, and 4.0. If you see, obviously, the PC era is very old-fashioned. 1.0, 2.0 is the web of social media. 3.0 is the web, semantic web. We are more or less in human resources, maybe more focused in number 3. Why I say number 3, 3.0? Because semantic web, you see, semantic databases, 3.0, a lot of job portals and also a lot of applications tracking system. You know what? In human resources, we use ATS, is application tracking system. A lot of multinational companies use a software in HR departments, is an application tracking system, and usually they read the words that you have in your CV, the words of your PDF, your Word, and they are doing a matching with the words of the job description. That's very important, that when you do the CV, you write your CV, make sure that you don't put a lot of pictures or a lot of infographics, because it's very nice, but put it just maybe a nice icon, but also use a lot of semantic web, okay? And obviously the last point is 4.0. A lot of human resources people talk about bots. Maybe you in robots, maybe you will have very soon a robot like the robot Vera, is a Russian robot that was used by IKEA, to do 1,500 interviews in one day. Then maybe also the human resources people will be replaced for a machine. And also using, as you can see, 4.0 is intelligent personal agents. Okay, we are now in human resources between 3.0 and 4.0. Obviously, if you talk with a professor, not as human resources, you talk about a professor of marketing, they will tell you that they are more in marketing in 4.0. But sometimes human resources, we are not as trending, no, as the marketing. Maybe because human resources we don't sell, and also the investment are not usually as high as other departments in the company, no. But you can think about 3.0 semantic web. Use the keywords always because you can be better find it. Is the generation that will be the workforce in the world and will cover 75%. Then you, the audience, are the future. You are the present future of the work. And also there is I want to show you a graph about how to attract your generation, no? Generation Y. And if we compare, for example, generation X, my generation, or other past generation, we like, for example, the job title. It's very important. I am a director, I'm CEO, I am president, or I am supervisor. But what generation Y prefers? Job title or company reputation, the brand recognition? Studies say that it's more important the reputation of the company than the pure title. Okay, the title is important, the job description, obviously, yeah, but it's more important the company reputation. Then we need to work, if you are in human resources, some of you, work in employer branding, how to create strategies to attract new employees. And there is two different topics, brand and employer branding. If you're studying marketing, brand is the sum of all the information when you want to sell a company. But the employer branding is the identity creation process and image management of a company and its job supplier role. I mean, this is a role of the HR director. The employer branding is how you see this company, no? And it's very important because you are looking for a job. You need to find what is the employer branding, how is the values of the company. And I'm for sure that between two companies, you will choose the company that has better employer branding. That this is applied for HR and also apply for candidates as you know. I want to mention also, as I told you, this presentation give you some insights, some different information, some topics. I want to talk about elevator pitch. Elevator pitch, you know, for sure, what does it mean? Elevator pitch is in English is elevator speech. No, when you talk in an elevator, a speech has to be short, maybe 20 seconds, maybe 2 minutes. I don't know, depending of the lift. I'm here in the 46th floor, maybe will be more time. But in the average, maybe if you check in Wikipedia, you will see that it's maybe like 20 seconds, depending of the author. They will tell you one thing or another thing. The idea of the elevator pitch and applying for your development career is because you need to know how you can describe yourself. If someone asks you, tell me about you, tell me what did you study, what are your skills, what are your goals, or then you should build yourself. Now, if you didn't do before, do it, because it's very important. Maybe if you write, these 20 seconds can transform in lines, in 5-6 lines, okay? Then you can write and you can put, I am an MBA student, or 1 year of experience as an accountant, working in different countries. I speak these 3 languages. You know, like you know, some lines that the people want to listen about you. If you have only 6 lines, how you can define, no? Why I mentioned this in a conference about 3.0, no, the recruitment, because if you are in LinkedIn, hopefully you are, because it's very important to be in a professional network. If you see after your name and surname will be the position, and a little bit down, you will see extract. Extract is the elevator pitch. They don't tell you that is the elevator pitch, but is the elevator pitch, because they give you some lines free to put extract. Extract is the elevator pitch. And do you know that the the algorithm of LinkedIn, first check the position. You know, if you put HR director, you put a student, whatever, then check the word that you wanted that they find you. If you are HR person or if you are financial person, put the word finance, accountant. Don't leave it the position student. Try to put a word that has content or the position that you are looking for. Also, I want to show you these last two things. The last two application is Bitly and Hotsweep. Usually, the people don't know what is Bitly and what is Hotsweep. If you are a community manager and you study digital marketing, of course, you will know what is Hotsweep and Bitly. But if you are not a candidate of marketing, you will not know. Then I would like to focus maybe in these two applications, okay? Because Bitly, for example, is an application that is very used for human resources, because the human resources departments, they can have a job posting, is a URL, http kimep.com/, blah, blah, blah. If you want this URL is so long, if you want to short and make it small, you can use Bitly. And then if you use Bitly, you cut with your own Bitly user, then you can see how many people click and from which countries. That's more, to be honest, use it for more than candidates, is more used for marketing department and for human resources. But if you're a candidate, why not? You can short your LinkedIn profile and you send an email maybe and send the presentation letter, attach your CV maybe, and put the link of LinkedIn, your profile, cut it with the application Bitly. Maybe you can track, make the tracking and see. I think that nobody, when I sent the CV, nobody has any interest on me. Or yes, you know, sometimes you can send any report, any URL, any web that you want to cut it, you can do it. And also you can edit the last content. You know, you can edit a little bit because sometimes it's Bitly, 34Z, M, and then you can add, you know, in words, customize. Okay, that is a very nice tool, for, obviously for human resources professional, but also for candidates. And regarding Hotsweep, is an application that you can put all your social media, LinkedIn, HR, and also you can put some hashtags, you can put keywords, HR jobs, etc. And you can control here in panels, and this is for free, you can control all the social media that you have. I think that if you use Hotsweep for 1 or 2 social media, it's free. If you want to use, as we use as a company, for Instagram, for different, more than 3, then you need to pay. Maybe yearly is $500 or something like that. It's not the big money for a company, but if you are a candidate, maybe don't need to pay that. It's with 1 or 2 social media, LinkedIn, and maybe another social media, you can use it. To be honest, with the most effective social media, according to the US report, jobbite.com, they say that the best network to find a job is LinkedIn, Facebook, and later Twitter, okay? Also for HR departments, and the big data is very important. Big data, especially now we have a lot of information, but you know, the use of the big data in recruitment and the use of big data in human resources sometimes is used, for example, to predict how many people I will need in 3 months. If you have the data of sales of your department, if you have the sales quarterly and you know that the sales are increasing, maybe if you have the KPI about how many workers you need for depending of the sales, then you will have a prediction. And sometimes the HR director will not wait until the requisition form of the of the sales director. The HR director in a near future will know how many people will need next semester, because all is linked. All the company, the systems of the company are totally linked, and then you know information about sales and predictions. That's why it's the application, no? And also it's very important that if the companies are proactive about this information, also the candidates can do it. The candidate can apply to the company. Maybe the company has not the job description, but you can apply. For me, big data, there is a lot of principles. You can have here the presentation, but to me, is the most important is never lose track the human element, no, in HR, no. And I want to show you a picture that I was find in LinkedIn. I think this is very funny because usually the recruiters, they see like psychologists, but maybe it's half now psychologists, but the part of a scientist, you know, this data nerd, researcher, technologist, okay, but a lot of part, you know, the half part of the profile of a HR person has to be an artist, you know, because if you want to recruit IT people, for example, the last information about the Oxford University say that there is more than 1 million of IT positions that will not be covered in Europe because it's not enough students of IT in Europe. Then it's like, okay, if you need to hire IT people, then you need like a war for talent, you know. You need to be an artist, to sell the project. Remember what we talk about employer branding. Our company give you that. It's not only the salary, give you the promotion, benefits, everything. That's why the HR person also needs to adapt to the new situation. Then if you are looking for a job and you are working in IT or healthcare area, I think that you are in the right time now. This is a chart from World Economic Forum from just this year, from October 2020. And they say the 5 imperatives for resetting the future of work agenda. And as you can see, work, workers, and workplace. What happened with work? The work is transfer, organization, design, and work design, because transition into a more simple and agile structure, moving away from traditional multi-layered organizations. Okay, that is like agile methods. I'm for sure that the university, you had a very good professors of agile methods. That's the key about the work, okay? About the work. What happened about you as a candidate, workers? Align the new technology and skills. I mean, embrace the necessary integration of technology and skills to transform the workplace, okay? And then about the workplace, is very important, build human-centric leadership culture, adopt a people-focused approach when connecting with workers. We are working with Microsoft Teams, we are working with Zoom. The way we work now after COVID is totally different. Then you need to adapt to this situation, and there is a new challenge also for all the positions. And now we will see what is the positions that are more working in remote work or not. We will focus in some slides about remote work. Then it's very important also it's very important, cultivate health and well-being. Support employees with dedicated and targeted programs of physical, social, financial, and mental well-being. You know, the future also is challenging because will be a lot of mental ills, because, you know, we had a lot of pressure as a humans with all these changes. If you see, this is chart they made in McKinsey, another company, no, another reputed consultancy, that they did in July 2020. I mean, they did after COVID. Yeah? They did, you know, in this period of transformation. Then you see it's very interesting that you can see this graph. They say roles that may see the greatest increase of hiring because of the COVID crisis include jobs that involve maintaining workplace safety and hygiene. You know, we saw that some positions that we never thought that was important, how important are. No, obviously on-site distance sanitizing increase, you know, 73%. Workforce safety and health, you know, all the companies, masks, etc., 48. But also this is about the color blue, technology and automatization also is important. Automatization and artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, digital customer experience. Remember the bot for WhatsApp, business, etc., and to have, you know, better experience, digital one. And the cloud cybersecurity, very important now because we are in a world totally digital, and data analytics and intranet and company network. And if we focus in digital learning, agile ways of working, will be agile ways of working, digital learning and training, and HR digital and remote hiring. And also in the finance, management, professional service, and information sectors have the highest potential for remote work. Okay, and then I told you the statistic regarding countries, and now I give you the statistic in terms of different kind of position. As you can see, the top number one, for remote work is finance. If you work in finance, insurance, for sure 86% will have a remote work, or almost they can do remote work, no? And management, IT, education, wholesale trade, real estate. So it's maybe not the best example, but maybe also real estate they can buy and sell remote, okay? And I just want to say thank you. And I want to tell you, Raquel, and espasibo.